it, I don't know, it was fine, I guess, until they decided they were doing whatever they were doing. So anyway, hello. So hopefully now everything will work and everyone can hop back in again. I'll give it just a couple of minutes. So if you are watching this, there's a video before this, but for some reason we lost sound. I don't know. I'm gonna try plugging the sound back in and see if it works. So, see. And we can hop back in. Hello, hello, hello. And we can hop back in. Hello, hello, hello. All right, cool. So it was something about them trying to leave a voicemail and it just all went horribly, horribly wrong. So anyway, I'm back. Let me turn this around and we will hop straight back in where we were. As I did it, I also fixed the camera, so now I can actually look straight too. Oh, I love tech when it works, right? Alright, so now I'm going straight. So what I was trying to say was, if you just do a few of these underneath, you can highlight and just kind of like add an extra layer of dimension. And if you do snowflakes behind or those kinds of things, and also of course you can stencil on the top. You can also just take your glitter, and I'm going to use the ink that's already on here, and I think snowflakes would be a better probably choice on here, but I'm not going to worry about that tonight because we have this in our kits. So this is the glitter paste that you have in your kits. You have to let me know what you think. Now my sound is weird. I don't know. So you can also do it on the front, like this. So you can have, you see how now I've got the texture of the back and the front? So now I get like a really nice kind of 3D sky. I don't know why the sound's gone weird. I really don't. But we're going to plow through. So there's that one. So we have that option as well. So there's the way we can do that. Now finally I want to just share with you that you can foil these. So I grabbed one out last night to foil. So we'll do 2 of these. So you're going to grab your laminator and a toner reactive foil. So pink and main foils, glamour red foils, mint foils, so both of these are thermal red foils that we're using. And because if you try to put the foil through without a carrier sheet, it's not going to work right. It's going to just gum up in your what's it called? Your laminator. So I'm going to cut a piece of gold. And every time I go on Amazon, do you think I ever remember to order a new laminator? No. I'm saying a little prayer about my fox that he foils up nicely. Thanks, Renee. Alright, the one thing I have found though with foiling is to not use tape. So a lot of people used to say to me, well, use tape, but when I use tape, I always get, 1, the tape melts and fuses, and 2, I seem to get uneven foiling results. So I've taken to not using tape and doing that. So the gold used to be one of our own exclusive foils with thermal. So I'm putting this in my laminator and I'm putting it close to the heat source because I know that mine's all over the place. So yeah, it's kind of a weird one, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with the flow. And I'm going to do it twice just because I know my laminator is kind of on its last legs. Isn't he cute, Mr. Fox? I think the fairy one would be cute too. I think that would be really pretty. The And I'm just going to run the other one straight through behind it. And the other thing I found is to make sure that you let it cool. So if you let it cool, it allows the toner time to re-solidify. And particularly if you put it on something like the glass mat, because the glass mat, like when I put stuff through and I heat press it and it's a cold peel transfer, I always put it on top of the laser because the laser has a huge glass top and it cools super quickly. So your glass mat is your friend when it comes to foiling when you're done, because it gives that toner the time to quickly go nice and cold so you can do a nice peel on it. And I'd always recommend doing a cold peel rather than a hot peel. I know the microphone's on, it all says it's paired, so I don't know what's up with the sound. I don't know. We're just going to go with it because this is our last section. Technology is just not my friend the last couple of days. I said to you, we've had no internet, we've had no power, like it's just been crazy. All right, let's pray he comes out. I kind of wish I'd gone through again. Not bad. But you can see there's a couple of little areas. So there is nothing to say you can't position this back where it was and then run this through. You see how I've got some ripples in it because my heat's not even. You need heat and pressure. So I have actually done this with a heat press in a pinch. So you just want to put that back on. But I'm going to just share the technique with you as to how it works because you'll kind of see what I wanted to share with you. So that one, you just need to make sure you have lots of heat. Someone, I think I need to text myself and remind me. And then this one you can see, you see that beautiful gold ripple? I don't know if it's picking it up. But now it's all kind of gold and beautiful on the line. So it looks like a gold line with like a black outline, and it's super pretty. You literally could just use that straight on a card. It's not picking it up as well as I'd like, but and if you really miss any areas and you still can't get it to stick, because you can see where mine was due to the ripples, you can also take another piece of foil. We could refoil it with another piece of foil, or just use some foil fusion and it'll pick it back up. And then what you've got with your negative, when you have a nice negative, is you take it on, so the blank slate. And we're going to do a foiling class, so I have to order it later. You take this on the blank slate, you run it through, and you get the opposite. So everything that's left on here, like all these trees and everything, it all goes on here as well. If you don't have a laminator, you could try an iron, but it's not as effective. You can try a heat press. As I say, I've done it in a pinch. Really, you need a laminator. And it can just be a cheap, like the Scotch Walmart one. It's like $14. It can be something like that. And if you don't have a laminator, you can use these to color in. You can die cut them out. They are all die cuttable with a circle. I believe this one's 3.5 or 4 inches, so you can die cut it as well. But I also wanted to remind you that your foiled areas will resist ink. So if you grab out your... So for instance, if you do the green and you have a good foiled image, so you see everywhere that there's foil resists. So I'm going to grab a piece of kitchen towel. A little water in it. And so you see, so anywhere you foil, you can always ink over the top. And say, for instance, you want this to have a black background so it really pops, and then maybe you want to just kind of draw in the eyes with some highlighter, then you can do that because it will resist the ink as well. So I just want to remind you of that. Anywhere you have foil, it will resist ink, and you can do that as well. All right, so thank you for bearing with me through my technology challenges. I really don't know what's going on in this place. As I say, like, we've had no internet, no electricity, microphones don't want to work. Nothing wants to work today. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed part 2 of Lift Your Spirits. How to use the vellum, how to use the papers, how to use the die cuts, how to use the foil pieces. If you remember last night, I also took, where's the one I made yesterday? I don't know where the card went. But I made a card yesterday with another one of the foil pieces, and I just colored it in with Copics and then cut it out. And oh, there it is. So you can also color them in or just spritz them. with this. So you can do all those kinds of things as well. So hopefully you've got some more ideas for your kits. I will get all of these labeled up appropriately so you can find them again. Don't forget Sunday bulk card making. Advent calendars are well underway. So thank you to everyone who ordered one. I'm really excited. I hope you like them. I really did try to do some fun stuff and different things and things we haven't released or won't release and those kinds of things in it. So you actually have a new ink pad holder in your kits as well. So that's another thing you'll have in there too. So thank you so much for hopping on with me. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday nights, and I will see you all very, very soon for another card making life. See you soon. Bye.